I take a bit of umbrage with piercers that, go into the suspension thing strictly for the freak show aspect of it, or for, cool website photos. I've always felt that, there should be a greater motivation behind it. It doesn't matter if you are doing it for the freak show. It doesn't matter, if you're just trying to test your limits. I mean, really, whatever your motivation is, it's all valid. I'm talking about the motivation of the person actually, hanging the other person, piercer versus the piercee. It shouldn't be about, getting yourself a bigger name or making yourself more popular or anything like that. It should be about, helping people,
Well, I would have to say, the reason that I want hung from hooks and to swing around like a maniac through the air would be, it's just one of those, suspension is one of those reset buttons you have in life, I guess you could say. Well, the thing that sort of led up to that exact moment, to me having to hang from those hooks that exact night, is me and my girlfriend of 5 years, we met at Necto many moons ago and just kind of hit it off, dating, or just kind of seeing each other for a few months at a time. Kind of fooling around. Took us 2 years to get serious, and then we were one, basically. Everyone knew us as Cassie and Josh. There was no more singularity, no single person, no single being. It was just us. We were in love, you could say. It wasn't just young puppy love either. It was that real emotional thing there. And just, we grew apart over the years, you could say. We grew up in different ways. I mean, she got out of her band, she started leaning more towards different things. I was still finding myself. I've been in relationships since I was 16. I've been with people since I was, so young. I jumped in from relationship to relationship. I've never had time to be myself, and that was finally starting to get to me. I'm getting older. Mid-20s isn't that old, of course, but it's still, life flies by before you even realize it even. And we got to talking, and September of 2010, I was going out to see her family, to meet her parents the first time. We've been dating for 3.5 years, never met her family once. We go out there, right before we get on that plane, I start talking a little bit how I'm not sure where this relationship is going anymore. I mean, it kind of sucks that it's just now coming up before I'm about to meet the family, but we talk only for a little bit, kind of push it down, go meet the family, hang out, do the relationship thing, the couple thing. And when we get back, we talk some more about it. And this talking goes on for months and months. I mean, it's just at least once a week, maybe twice a month sort of thing. We would just go back to where we're going, where are we, It wasn't just a snap decision to break up by any means. This was a long, thought-out process. And New Year's of 2011, I was driving home with her after a party that I just didn't quite enjoy, I guess you could say. I met her new friends and started seeing her new life. And, well, it wasn't me. It wasn't where I wanted to go in life. I didn't know where I wanted to go in life. I didn't know what I wanted to do at this point either. And we got back the next week. We talked more and more and more. And finally, we just decided it was time to end it. It was time to move on. It was time to see other people, do other things, and finally be ourselves. That night, we decided, the last week of April, we were going to pack our stuff up, move her out to Washington. Wasn't easy. We were a mutual thing the entire time. It was completely mutual. We both agreed this is the adult thing to do. We're different people. It's not going to work in the long run. She wants kids, I don't. I want to go do crazy things. She doesn't. She wants to be just a homebody sort of thing. And about, a couple months when we started getting moving, I planned the pod, I planned the trip, I started talking about it, we planned the party, the going away party, and about 2.5 weeks before she left, my mind changed. I realized it wasn't us, it was me. It wasn't our relationship that was going wrong, it was me. I've never had my own friends, always had my girlfriend's friends. I've never enjoyed my job, never really enjoyed myself. And once we decided to break up, I started going out and doing things and becoming my own person. I started going to the gym, started getting new hobbies, things I wanted to do, meeting new people. And at that moment, it clicked in my brain. This was one of the biggest regrets of my life. I never should have said that. I never should have brought up that we should break up. It was a horrible idea. And we got to talking again, and she just wanted to be with her family. It was the biggest thing. And it was a matter of when we were, I mean, this wasn't just us breaking up. It was also, she hadn't seen her family in 5 years. When she was 18 years old, her family left for Washington. And she had been out on her own in Michigan from 18 till then. And she just, every holiday was hard for her. She never got over the lack of her family. She doesn't like seeing her little sister grow up and her not being there for her. And so that was just a huge part of it. And it boiled down to, it wasn't us breaking up. It was her going to be with her family again. In the end of it all, in the end of my suspension, and the end of the glory of it coming down from the ground, I was excited, to say the least. I had a skip in my step. I, found myself for those few hours, and it was quickly vanished, though. Very quickly vanished. I mean, there's that time when you just come down, you're all about yourself, basically. Only what you just accomplished matters, and then you bring that bad part back into your life, and it's instantly taken away from you again, and it's instantly gone. All that joy, that happiness, that glory that you had, it can be ripped right back away from you so quickly.
Wow.